Hello, I am making this video which is about the installation of the Lavalock automatic temperature control system on an offset smoker. Actually, I couldn't find that many videos and hints about the installation of such a system on an offset smoker. I've seen a couple of videos where people install it on a Weber or similar rigs, but not on an offset smoker. And so I thought that maybe guys could get some inspiration about my setup. So here it is. So the automatic temperature control system is here. I put it on that little flexible arm. There's no, as far as I know, no real system from Lavalock to keep this, except maybe for a solid steel frame, which is really expensive, and I couldn't make up my mind to buy this, so I put this on this little here. You'll notice that this here is a different fan control than what comes with the standard Lavalock ATC system. That's because I've had the initial standard fan, which is this here. This is the adapter, but on a smoker this size, this here is a 16-inch Rumo Joe's. It's the standard fan is already it's not strong enough. It doesn't pump enough air. I had a couple of smokes with this system, and it just couldn't deliver enough air. So I opted for the bigger version, the bigger fan. This here is a 35 cubic foot per minute, and the bigger one, which I put down here, is 70, rated at 70 cubic foot per minute. This standard system is supposed to go somewhere. Again, there's no real tutorial or manual from Lavalock on how to install it. It is to be mounted here on the door air admission. I've tried to do it with a little cut out piece of sheet steel here, and so basically this sheet would come and replace the original sliding here, and then you'd have this mounted this way, and the fan would be attached this way so that it would blow inside the fire chamber. Now the problem I found with this is that not only is the fan pretty weak, but at least in my smoker, the air would blow above the grate and not under the grate. This grate right here is raised. I've raised it with a couple of steel bars that I've put here so that it sits higher, but originally it sits about, I'd say, 2 to 3 centimeters lower. Centimeters, I believe your measurement imperialist to convert that into inches if you want to. But for me, an air blower should blow under the grate, because this way the air gets spread over and you get a better burn. If you blow it above the grate, you'll just heat up the spot that is just opposite of the muzzle, but not what's over here. Okay, so for me it was a matter of having this under the grate. So how do you get there? Because this here There's just so low you can get before you have the big part here hitting the door. And I couldn't bring myself to actually drill a hole into the door. I decided that the fan had to move on the other side of the combustion chamber, because this is what I saw in a video actually from another gentleman here on YouTube. And so instead of having it on the door side, I'm having it on the cooking chamber side. And like I said, I decided that this here is too weak, the little fan. It might be good for a little Weber or some smaller smoker or barbecue, but for this here, it took forever to get the temperature up, and at a certain point, especially when I was playing around with coals, couldn't keep it up. And I'm pretty confident that the 70 CBF here will do a better job at that. So this fan is big, okay, and it's so big that, I mean, this is my hand, okay, and I got pretty big hands already. It's so big that you definitely don't want to have it sticking out here, okay, because I mean, if you ever catch it walking by or something, you'll tear it off. It'll be a mess. So you need to have it somewhere where it's protected, and for me that definitely is the right space. I put it as low as possible, so this here is actually touching the grate, okay. And the adapter, there's absolutely no instructions on how to mount this. The adapter has a different muzzle than the standard. The standard is just a 20, I think it's, or 3/4 of an inch, maybe 22 millimeters. But the bigger fan has a huge opening. Let me get that out here. Right out. This big screw here actually covers the hole I had done for the smaller system. But you see underneath, you see this big hole here. This is the hole I had to put in the smoker to get the fan output hole the right size. And trust me, it wasn't easy, because this here smoker is made out of 6.5 millimeter thick steel. This is what I cut out. It's you definitely need some time and the right tools, because it's work. And so you have 4 other little holes you have to drill with screws, and here wing nuts. They mount this adapter plate to the combustion chamber. And there's also a little, I don't know what this is made of, but there's you can see it here. It's a bit red. This is an insulating material. It's not that thick. It's maybe a millimeter or something. Looks like cardboard, but it definitely is not. It's but I think it's necessary for the rest of the fan not to heat up and melt the actual fan part, which is made out of plastic. So I'm kind of you know, let's see how this works out. I mean, there's a couple of 100 degrees here in the fire chamber. Let's hope it doesn't melt the fan. But yeah, it's planned and made that way. And yeah, that's it. And then I had to decide where to put the cables. Obviously you don't want to have them too far up where it's hot. I just had them run down here by the grate, up the leg, behind, and to the control unit. So yeah, that's I'm excited. I want to see how this works out. Again, I think when mounting this on any smoker, except maybe if you have a really big one like a 24 inch or something, you'll have to raise the grate. This year I can show you how much farther down the grate sits without the raising bars. It's there you go. So you see now it actually sits halfway at the level of the hole. Maybe this is actually good. I don't know. My guess it's better if it sits above the blow-in fan, so that you get an even distribution of air underneath the grate and up into the wood or wood basket. I'm using this wood basket here. It's just made out of steel sheet too, pretty thick, and the holes are not that big, so I think it will be, the challenge would be to get an even distribution of fresh air underneath the coals with this basket here. Yeah, that's about it. Something else I did was I installed a couple of stainless steel ports to run the cables through. So this is the probe for the internal temperature, which commands the switching on and off of the fan, and I'll put in 2 more for the meat probes. These things are, I got them off eBay. Or Amazon, can't remember. They're supposedly heat resistant, and so they're 2 pieces. This here you can unscrew if you're using them on really thin sheet. Again, this is so thick that I couldn't use it. It takes a 12 millimeter hole to drill, and then you put that in, you feed through the cable, and once you tighten it up, it gives a good seal. And there's silicone seals in here, so it shouldn't be a problem with the heat. I'm less sure about this plastic part here, but apparently they're rated at 200 degrees. We'll see. I don't plan of getting this smoker above 200 anyway. If you have questions, leave me a little comment below. Let's see if this works actually. Oh yeah, it does. So yeah, 80 degrees here, 18, and switching on this fan. There you have it. I might do a little video of the next smoke. I got some pork butt and some brisket in the freezer. Maybe, yeah, let me know. Let me know if you're interested. Okay, that would be it. And have fun improving and modding your smoker. I sure did with mine. Bye.